And
Okay.
Freddy goes, there it is. Can I see my binoculars? And Yana's like, no. And so, what do you want to do with your new binoculars, Yana?
You need to shoot, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
Cool.
Now,
Well,
are you
Can I
going with
be her
low,
spotter?
medium, or high, by the way?
Can I be her spotter, Logan? With the
Uh,
binoculars?
no, she won't give you the binoculars back unless she's
Well,
completely
I
changed.
will give it. I will give him the binoculars so he can.
The
tell
new
me.
body has changed you.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'll be her spotter then.
All right,
Okay.
no problem. He's give me your spotting is actually a skill. Give me a spotter skill roll. It's
Oh,
under
okay.
sniper spotter. So give me a learn ×1. If you make it, you support her shooting.
Nah.
He says, yeah, it's kind of windy and we're kind of swaying a bit and yeah, we're kind of high.
so-
And you're like, you're not helping.
I just try to shoot it, right?
No problem. Now, are you going for low power, medium power, or high power? And are you going for A, B, C, D, E, or F? No, E. E is it. You've got 5 different formulas and 3
Okay.
different strengths for each. Hold on a minute. Let me check something here. Oh, I know how to do it so you can't see. I'm evil.
Can I try the medium difficulty and just start with 1 and see what happens?
Yes. However, the problem is if you shoot it with the wrong one, if you try shooting it again, then you might actually kill it.
So I will shoot it. We don't know anything about this, right? We don't have any information. So I will
Testing.
just shoot it with.
I know which one works. Okay, so you're going for C?
Yeah.
All right, you're feeling Spanish, you go for C. Now, you want low, medium, or high? Because you're only going to get one shot on this guy. And if you shoot him with too much, he might
Maybe-
die, and too little, and he'll just be pissed.
Medium then.
All right. And she seems to grab one completely at random. And she's got to make her shot. If she doesn't, she's got 2 more attempts with the same strength and serum.
Yeah.
So, Freddy continues to call off random stuff that's totally unhelpful to you. Sky seems bluish, kind of greener over there. Yana, at this point, shoots Freddy in the back of the head, yelling, "Shut the fuck up!" And here comes
I
the fumble
will-
card. The fumble card.
No, I will.
What?
I will pause it. I will pause it.
But I wanted you to just take out the driver and crash next to
No.
this thing, and Doc Fulton be
Crit.
laying there
Oh,
and
wow.
conscious. Oh, a crit! Jesus Christ! Okay, it goes into its neck. It goes, and it seems really, really angry. Now, Doc, if you wanted to, you could try to swerve around so the cage comes by and goes, but I don't recommend it. It attempts to make its fucking drug tolerance at a huge negative because Yana, by complete fucking chance, chose the exact right one. It goes, just falls over after maybe, it took it about 20, 30 seconds of like slowly decreasing shit. It wasn't like that. About 20, 30 seconds. So in combat terms, fucking forever. It's like just ripping you apart and you're like, is it taking it? No, 6 more rounds. Okay, cool. I'll wait. It falls over. Freddy, luck roll. Lowers bear. Half is barely making it, maybe not. Dun, 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 dun. Make it sexy, Freddy. Go for luck.
Hey.
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
None are around in a long time. You guys have plenty of time. Doc, give me a piloting at plus 30 as you like go kind of land and then over and down and just kind of, yeah, the cage is sitting up next to you guys and stuff and it slowly falls over. He's like, and then you guys, now, who's wanting to get out to do stuff here? Doc, would you like to step out of the vehicle and
No, I'll do
take
it.
a card, Doc? Fucking priceless. I want that as my ringtone. All right, so
I'll do it.
all right, so Freddy gets out, and Yana, what are you doing while he's out?
What is he doing exactly?
I think
I'm
he's going to go over and dry hump or teabag this thing while it's laying there. That's what
Well,
my
we can lock the
suspicion is.
cage so it doesn't fall out.
What?
We need to close the cage.
It's not
Okay,
in the cage. It's not in the cage. It's laying there. The cage. Do you think that fucking said, "Oh, a cage. Let me put that shit on while he's flying"? But no.
All right, well, come on, Lord John, you help. Did you help to put this thing in?
yes, I
What are you
will
doing
help.
with the rifle while you're out of the vehicle? Yeah.
I will just.
Yeah.
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 I will take it with me, but
It
then
doesn't have a strap.
Yeah.
Straps cost extra.
Right. Fuck.
You watch her
Okay,
begin to go crazy.
I will just leave it somewhere and go help him.
By somewhere, do you mean in the car or toss it off into the dirt?
In the car.
Wow, that caused her physical fucking pain, boys. All right, so you guys get out of the vehicle. You go over. Now, I need either both of you to make strength rolls at -30 or half, or one of you to make a strength roll at a quarter. Because, holy Christ, this thing is heavier than it even looks, and it's double human size and wide and fucking super
Can
heavy.
we use the car to pull it? If we tie the rope to it?
That'll require a lot of very, very dicey rolls from Doc, who would
Okay,
be
no,
trying
it's
to
not.
operate
No.
super stupidly close to the
No,
ground.
it's fine. We'll
and shit.
pull it. Come on, legit.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
attempt to pull it into the cage. It's a little awkward and shit. Freddy is
Yeah.
not helping at all. Mildred pushes Freddy aside, fucking pushes this creature into the goddamn cage, closes the cage, pushes Freddy again, goes and gets her rifle, and it's in your hands again. You're in the car. But Freddy is right over there looking stunned. You're thinking if you fucking load a dart quickly and you fantasize.
I'll go in the car.
A girl can dream. Now,
That's the.
All right, I lock the cage.
Freddy goes in the car, he gets out of the car, he goes over, he plays with the cage, no roll required, as I said, although I wish I hadn't said that because it'd be fucking hilarious to dump this fucker out partway back. All right, now, it's all secured. It's your bitch now, but this is going to make the flying, basically he has multiplied the weight of the car by a good fraction included. So, at this point, I need from Doc Fulton, lower is better, because I'm assuming Freddy gets back in the car, and then I'm going to need you to, and you're going kind of slow, which is super great that Freddy is the luckiest, and Doc's like, yeah, just crashes into the cage, the fucking force of the explosion takes out the creature, you guys, part of the countryside, and he goes, yeah! Lightning bolts hit the ground where the fucking burning wreck of the car is and shit. One wheel that wasn't even attached to the car roll. Oh, okay. So, and then you guys slowly take this thing back. And now give me a luck roll, Doc, only Doc. This is to not encounter others on the way. Because you've got what you want. You're not one to go too high because, the fucking winds and shit. But you barely managed to make it back. You thought you saw some others in the distance and shit, but they didn't seem to fucking notice you, or they're playing super coy, which these creatures are not good at doing. And okay, you're back to your campsite. You're hovering it, and with your amazing fucking rolls, you barely manage to touch it down, and you kind of go off to one side, and then you take it down. So now the creature is in the fucking cage. Kind of, you can't tell if it's coming around, or if it's just twitching in its sleep, or what. But it's in the cage, which is not a whole lot bigger than it is, honestly. And you're thinking you don't want to get too close to the cage because it could literally claw the fuck out of you through the bars and shit. If you get within about this far of the fucking cage, your life is going to be in your hands at this point.
Well, let's tie it to the tree at least.
All right, you guys, now give me the same strength rolls as before because you're hauling the creature and the cage a little closer to the tree, because the Doc couldn't get that fucking close to the goddamn tree because he's doing with flying car and it's always brand. Freddy goes, oh! He grabs a cage and fucking hauls it over there like he's the girl in a luggage commercial. Great. Yeah, it's right next to the tree, wherever you like it. And then he fucking fastens it. Now I need the knot tying roll. You're who's wanting to do the knot tying roll. They're at a big bonus because Doc has all these tools and he's been preparing for this and he's got the locks and all that shit. This is just to see if fuckery happens. Right, give me a knot tying at plus 30%. If the others would like to yell encouragement or advice at you, they can try their lock tying at plus 30% in order to yell encouragement and tell you how to do it.
Mildred, no.
What?
Do you wanna help?
I obviously don't want to help.
That's fine.
She just glares at you. She's still upset.
Uh,
So not at a plus 30. Okay, cool. Oh, you've already got some skill in knot tying. See,
A little bit.
useful skill.
um,
Doc at this point realizes it's all up to him, and it's only a matter of time before this fucking fearsome hunter wakes up. He's still sitting in the car, refusing to get out, though. He's like, yeah.
come on, just get out the car. We're not going anywhere, so.
Hop out.
The car dies. Like the magic part dies. I'm not saying the car flips over and waggles its wheels or anything. Okay. Doc, go ahead and give me a knot tying at plus 30%. It's a easier thing. You're using your tools and clamping this to that. And I can make this work. And yeah. Just
Mechanical repair, right?
knot tying. You're trying for
Tying.
Yeah, same thing Freddie just rolled. Look at the roll.
It's a writing. If you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah, this is the way to make it so you can easily get it on and off. Yeah, you succeed. Well done. You can now get it easily on and off. Take a check in knot tying. Be useful for when you go to sea. Did Doc freeze? No, he's still moving. Good for him. All right. It is secured to the tree. It's in your evil clutches.
Alright. Now the fun, I guess. Question mark. Want some tests.
Doesn't seem to be coming around.
Well,
Didn't fumble, but it's not coming around. Just
So-
laying there twitching and breathing.
alright, what does its skin seem to be made of? Like leathery or scaly or...
It's squamous and scaly.
Okay. I take a look at its eyes. Does
So
it
wait.
have normal?
The eyes are closed. Do you want to go and start prying
No.
shit open?
No, I just look like. Does
It looks like it has
No.
closed eyelids of some sort.
Okay,
It's got at least 3 different eyelids.
at least okay.
Same way as humans do, actually. We've got a remnant left of a 3rd eyelid because we're weird like that.
Okay, well, noted.
Yeah.
We do have experiments on unconscious creatures. What's your recommendation?
I like how he immediately passes the buck. It's like, I've got one. Don't know what to do. Mildred, you like this sort of thing, don't you?
I like to play in blood and make art.
Oh,
That's something like a different
Well-
skill. Do you you had some ideas? You want to test some things, surely.
well, before it wakes up, do you want to do anything to it? Because most of our ideas involve it being conscious.
Okay.
I get some samples.
Done. Give me a simple medicine roll to correctly take samples. You would really wish you had something to put them into as opposed to your pocket, or you haven't got any small glass vials, test tubes, or anything like that, do you?
The leftover camping supply food tubes and stuff.
Okay, you do makeshift bullshit sample cases because nobody had thought of this ahead of time. So yeah,
But see, we can trump around, so we can do that. Like I can go to Shermer right quick, buy some test tubes, or like buy some thing to keep samples in, and then you can.
Okay, and then you're going to use
back.
Freddy's trump to get back.
Yeah.
Sure, give me a luck roll full to get there, luck roll full to get back, mark off, say, $50, Shermer money, and you're good. And let me check to see if it becomes conscious by the time you get back, because it's pretty unconscious, so chances are dropping. It's still, you give me a medicine roll and you collect your samples and you put them into your inexpensive plastic test tubes and shit. Yeah, you're a fucking doctor. You know how to get samples and shit. You've got blood, skin, a couple scales, part of a fingernail. I don't know what else you want. By the way, super tough, nasty fucker.
So this is the soldier, not the workers?
No, this is a worker.
Oh, okay.
Super tough, nasty fucker.
Okay.
You haven't encountered anything harder than that, but you're pretty sure when you do, you're not going to be a happy boy.
No, probably not.
No. So.
Alright. So what kind of test do we need?
Everybody stares at it. It just lays there. Chris has got all his test tubes labeled and shit. Nobody can read the writing except maybe him, because he's a fucking doctor, so he's completely illegible handwriting all the time. You don't know why. It used to be really nice handwriting before you got your medical degree. You remember that?
It instantly becomes shitty at that point. I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've done tests. They had some guy writing out stuff, and it was like beautiful, and then they awarded him a medical degree. And he's like, ah! I'm giving you guys time to think, because you've got time.
Yeah.
If you go, Logan, we want to wait until it wakes up and let's do shit. I'm happy to cut to that. Delighted to.
I wonder if we should just cut off its hand so it can't claw us if it
It's got feet
jumps out.
claws too.
And deep claws as well. Just completely maim it.
Well,
you're thinking it may bleed to death if you cut off its hands and feet.
So it depends what you want to test. If you want to test it in like a normal state of...
True. Well, really, we just want to test. Our main objective is to figure out a way for us to either subdue them, like as in knock them all out at once so we can go in and get the armor, or get them all to leave the cave or the building, sorry, or have them not pay attention to us.
So you have samples of lots of things that we can throw at it.
True. And we know one that definitely works.
Oh yeah, I was like, 2 of them are going to work, 3 of them aren't, and I did a random number generator on a different page, and one of the things worked, 2 of them actually worked, and I was like, okay. And Yana's like, I grabbed the middle one at the middle string, and I'm like, God damn it. And yeah, like a fucking charm, it worked.
Psychic powers.
Psychic powers working.
Okay, so
well, see, part of the thing though is that since we have it like it's still out, we could try to like further restrain it inside the cage, or restrain it to the sides of the cage, so that way it can't, be too...
Can't rattle around, yeah.
Right, so that way we can actually experiment with other things. Like, did we want to check to see, like, if, like, maybe something acidic works against it? Do we want to see... Because what I want to see is if we pop a smoke grenade, will it be able to see us or no?
Hard to say if it's strapped to a cage.
True.
Also, keep in mind, these cages are like, if this is the death claw, the cage is pretty much like,
yeah.
It's not moving a lot, even though it's not strapped down. It doesn't have a chance to get up any like running or jumping speed or anything like that at all.
So it'll just try to brute strength, everything.
You're thinking that if it can get through this, that'd be pretty impressive. You would, I mean, it's going to have a chance. PCs would have a chance. It's not a good chance, though. Kindly might even be able to get through this shit, so you're not really sure. You're hoping it holds, but if it doesn't, then you get the joy of fighting one soon.
So what other things do we want to see? Like, one of the things that I was thinking is like some kind of, like, if we got gas masks, if we had something that is an irritant. So like if we had some kind of gas that we could use that would irritate them, because I figure they partially probably track by smell. So if we had like smoke and then some kind of like shit, if we went and got mustard gas or something, like that would be fucking crazy. But we would need, as long as we were in our spacesuits, we should be fine.
By the way, give me cryptozoology rolls on it now that you're getting a chance to study it close up. So that way Freddy can fail another thing and bitch that he wasn't skipping class. Yeah, he was skipping.
I was never in class.
See? Skipping. Jan definitely skipped a bunch of classes. Doc, he didn't give a shit about the class. Cool.
Right, okay, so what kind of gases besides, okay, mustard gases.
I'll let you guys plan. I'll be right back.
Might be a bit difficult to get gas, but what other types of gases? We have the borax still that we can try as well. See if that does anything to it at all. What would...
So the borax, to see like how that works. I wouldn't like do what other like. So that's my ideas. Like, so do you guys have any ideas? Like, we have it, nicely tied up right now, and right now it'll stay out for a bit. So.
Yeah. I'm assuming it, since it went for the cows and stuff, it probably just eats whatever meat it can find. So if we wanted to feed it stuff and see if it reacts at all to like different chemicals, like
Poisonous.
yeah, just
By the way, I've already got figured out what this thing is more vulnerable to and stuff, just so you guys know.
well, okay. Since we have the samples, if we went to some sort of a lab,
That won't tell you what it's more vulnerable to, except for like poisons and shit like that. But maybe if you can get a lab that. But
yeah,
keep in mind the poisons might not be good for a lot of shit.
Yeah, ideally we'd want some sort of a deterrent, just to make them fuck off for a bit, and then.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And the closest thing would be either smell, like gas, or extreme light. Maybe they're very sensitive to light, since they're inside of a dark building all of the time.
But they're not, because we found this one out
Yeah, true.
in the desert.
Yeah.
In the sun.
What else? Loud sounds. Maybe they have very sensitive hearing, so super loud bang might daze them.
Maybe some sort of like frequency or something.
Yeah, like a certain.
That would be an easier thing to get too. We could always, hop back and forth to, get something like that. Go
Then
Wagner on them.
Yeah.
I don't know who mentioned this, but it might have been Glenn. He suggested we give them right away. See what will happen.
That's a good idea, actually. Could you imagine running in, like, we could, like, shoot them with, like, rat-away, like, darts and see what happens? Logan, stop exploding!
The amount of stuff that's in the dart is very small. The rat-away thing is much bigger. They'd have to shoot them
So
with
if we
a
took
lot of darts.
one of our
rat-away.
things of rat-away, I might be able to take some out and apply it into a different dart.
You'd have to concentrate the shit out of it, concentrate down, or shoot them with 10 darts or more of rat-away, and then I'll give them a dose of rat-away.
I'm good in chemistry. Could I like do something with it so it's denser?
If you can get to a chemistry lab, sure.
Yeah.
By the way, while we're here talking about radiation and stuff, let me just get rid of your radiation.
Chris, black blood of the Earth surprise. Freddy,
What's my fun?
Freddy fumbles the shit out of his spell, causing nothing special.
This is for you two. Just keep going. I'll eventually get there.
Well, another thing that we can do is we can also take some of this, some of these tissue samples, and we can bring them to Guri, which they probably have the best technology that we can get a hold of right now, and we can analyze that or see if there's anything good inside, with their stuff, to see if we can even use what we find from them in some way, shape, or form. Like, what happens if we can use this to create some kind of radiation-resistant serum or something like that,
The guy that we bought the dots from did say that if we brought back a fresh corpse, or maybe even a live one, I don't know, he said he would, free of charge, and even throw in some more dots and whatnot, run some more experiments on it to see what other kind of tranquilizers would work on it. But he said he's not an expert in medicine, so if he wanted anything extra, we need to find someone else.
Well, I mean, if he has facilities for that, I might be able to use those facilities.
Chances of him letting a stranger use his chem lab are not great.
In exchange for one of these ultra rare creatures?
Hey, what plays your choice? No.
Also, this
Shit,
is
you can't even find somebody to let you use their mug if you clean it afterward, dude. Give me a break. Freddy
cool, what's the
explodes!
So only Doc is cured from the radiation for now. The two of us will have to do it right away.
Roll a d20, Freddy. You want low.
Five.
Lose 5 additional magic points.
Yeah.
You can't even use somebody else's toothbrush without getting a lawsuit brought against you.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of curious, since it's out and whatnot, I want to pour a little bit of water on like a part of its body to see how the water reacts on its skin or its armor?
It seems more wet now.
Does it seem like that's it? It's just wet? Okay.
It's starting to twitch around more. You're thinking it'll come around in not too long. I mean, this stuff had out for many, many minutes. I'm sure that if it had rolled better, it'd be out for a few rounds and then jump up and try to eat Matt or Freddy, because that's what things do that they drug. But in this case, it was fucked up.
Seems like we just need to get a bunch of different gases and just try them all. Because unless we have a way to narrow it down, it's just a process of elimination at this point. And
Getting
different
gases is
substances.
not fucking easy. People don't normally sell mustard gas in the store, just so you're aware. I mean, the USA is pretty liberal on some things, but not that liberal.
I mean, we can make our own chlorine gas.
Mm-hmm. You can, but then you're dealing with chemistry rolls, chemistry lab, possible danger to self,
Oh yeah.
But I like making things.
time,
Yeah.
materials, more time, realizing Freddy bought the wrong shit and you have to go back, more time.
So another question, so we've seen those ruins a bunch of times before.
Mm-hmm.
Is it mostly is it all stonework or what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I described it before, but you've already determined that if you were to hit with enough explosives, you could or have enough explosives go off near there, you could simply bring down the whole thing on the little bastards' heads.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
That'll learn them. The more you look at this death claw and the power of it, the more you're thinking that Freddy's gonna die.
Well, it could be worse.
Could be you.
I say we just nuke the site from orbit.
I was thinking about that so many times.
It's the only way to be sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Alright, well, if we think of these things like cockroaches, right, able to withstand huge amounts of radiation, what kills the cockroach?
Boot.
The boot, yeah. There's bug spray. Kind of.
Ooh, it's starting to wake up. Ah, it's awake. It's really mad now. It's going to try its big strength roll to burst out of the cage and go into dramatic combat with you three. Come
Stop
on,
it.
low. God damn, it almost got out. Some of the bars and shit have got like little splinter things sticking out of them, but it's holding for now. You're thinking that if you stir it up and make it matter, it may break out. But right now, the cage is barely holding on to it.
Hey, do you speak English?
It roars loudly. Apparently, not everything in the universe speaks English. As an American, that pisses you off. You feel like
Do
deporting them.
you speak Comeri? Filthy savage.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem at all intelligent?
You're not
Okay.
sure. It's roaring and thrashing around, trying to get out. You'd really like to wrap some of the extra wire around the cage, but you're scared to get too close to it because it will claw the fuck out of you.
Hey, quit that. Stop it. You're okay.
It's thrashing as hard as it can to try to get out.
I'll wrap it with some of that cable, and I'll just,
Give me a
keep out of-
maneuver roll at half. This is keeping out of its way while doing that. You don't
I'll
want to
try
fail
and
this.
distract it.
Doc does some rodeo type shit to reinforce the cage while keeping out of its way. Eventually, after it discovers this and that it can't get out, it gets real quiet and it's just watching you. You don't like that. You'd rather have it keep thrashing around.
I go side to side.
It,
Keeps an eye on me.
Well, one of them moves its head around.
Oh, cool. I put on the thermal glasses to see if it works.
Yes, it's got some heat, but not that much. Cold-blooded, your guess.
Cold-blooded.
Which means it's susceptible to cold.
Oh yeah, you're thinking you probably hit it with a freeze ray. Be right back.
Freeze ray.
All right. Well, I don't know of any way to really make an area super cold super quick, unless you have an idea how to do that.
Make super soakers out of that can spray liquid nitrogen. That would be perfect.
That'd be great. Or just get like a container of liquid nitrogen, strap it to the underside of the car, and just dump it on them. That could also work.
The liquid in the cryo,
Oh,
would that... I wonder if that would affect this.
You mean the... Fuck, what was it called? The blue stuff, right?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Well, you made a trump of where she's at in the cryo thing. Can't you go hop over there, get it, and come back?
I didn't because it was dark and we can't go. It was pitch black. Remember?
But we had flashlights. That was like...
Yeah, but we can't go back there because it's not lit. The area needs to be lit. So there's no point having a trump of that place.
The look on Yana's face like,
And besides, wait, Millie, didn't you come out of the pod?
yeah.
So
the pod is the pod, but probably there is some remaining stuff. But the trump will probably not work because it's different there.
Oh. Well.
Was it cold when I was in the cryopod?
freezing? No. No, it was a comfortable cold, but like, oh, I should have worn clothes, better clothes, thicker, maybe a light jacket and a scarf would be nice, but not fucking nowhere close to freezing. Are they thinking about fucking somehow teleporting the creatures in there one at a time?
Something like that.
Laura, what was the name of that? Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. We're just using the cryo fluids to make them really cold.
They won't really fit in a crowd. Well, okay, they would fit in a crowd. Have you ever seen those machines?
No,
that
we're
you
not
put a
talking about
sandwich
putting them in. We're like spraying them down with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the blue goo isn't cold. It's kind of room temperature, but it's uncomfortable. It gets a little colder in the cryopod. Plus, it was underground. So blue goo is pretty much just a room temperature thing, if that's what you're wondering.
Okay.
I mean, you could get some fucking Freon and shit, and yeah, but I mean, you need a lot of Freon. Or it'll cause them a small amount of damage every round, but honestly, you could do more damage with like a gun. I mean, bring in your fucking big ass Zardo's head and have Freddy laying down doing the nose turret thing.
I'm gonna walk behind it while he's busy with Doc staring at him.
Its tail is sticking out of the back of the cage.
And I'm just gonna say, hey, does it react at all?
How close are you to the cage?
Well, I'm like 3 or 4 meters away.
Oh, no. Let's see here. It doesn't bother to acknowledge you. It's busy watching the doc. Maybe it really, just like the woman with no name, maybe it's one of those things that hates being told to calm down. Maybe that's just fucking enraged it or something. I don't know. Now, as far as this thing's strength goes, you would put it at surprisingly strong. Would it win against Alex Kinley in a fucking arm wrestling match because of its greater size and shit? Yeah, I would say it definitely had a better chance. If it was the same size as Kinley, I don't know. Could go either way. So surprisingly strong. You're also thinking now for this size on down, you're thinking, okay, we need a little bit better cage, maybe the next more expensive model if you wanted to cage it. But yeah, you've got a general idea. You know a little bit more than you knew before, but you haven't come up with anything super clever. Mainly because Freddy is half-assing all of this shit. Like, I don't know, let's try butterflies. If I write butterflies on it, does it start to dissolve? No, fuck. Maybe if I pee on
I'm gonna try the smoke experiment now to see if we
So
drop a.
you're gonna drop it. You're gonna pop a smoke grenade and toss it at its feet, type deal, and back away and just watch and see what happens.
And see if it tracks us and how it tracks us, like through vision, through like if he's kind of like looks like he's sniffing around, or what he's doing.
Sure. Give me a empathy at a quarter to see how it feels about this. You're not really. If you make it, you can have Deathclaw empathy at a learn ×1, which would be a neat new skill for you, I guess. No. Okay, cool. As far as can it track me or not, you're not really sure because you can't see through smoke either. Does it move its head? Yes, it is. Is it related to where you're moving? You're not sure. It's moving a little faster. Sure.
Look at it.
Become the Deathclaw Whisperer.
Nope.
Nobody fucking knows. It's like, and everybody's moving different things. You're not sure, but the smoke appears to at least annoy it slightly. Kind of like if you pop a smoke grenade at somebody's feet when they're like their kid's Little League game, that kind of annoys at least. Like, hey, what's wrong with you? And, like having a privileged white angry man come after you. Levels of annoyance by race. Eventually the smoke grenade stops and then the smoke goes away. It didn't go as long as advertised, but it was a decent amount of smoke. If you were in like a house or something like that, or, as long as the wind is not big. Everything's about the wind with these smoke grenades.
Huh. All right, well,
I mean, they're decent smoke grenades. Are they the best in the world? Who knows? That really expensive shit at the air place is probably the best in the fucking world. But these are okay. They'll at least give you some cover if you pop the smoke grenade between you and somebody else, let it go for a couple melee rounds or more, and then try running off. Maybe there'll be a negative to hit you or not know you run off or whatever.
all right, well, let's try feeding it some food with borax on it.
I want to see this. Okay, let's break this down into steps. You got 2 fucking big tubs of borax. So you want to put some on what's left of your MRE from last night and hold it out and see.
Well, no, just put some on the MRE, toss it into the cage.
Right. It ignores it and looks at you guys and tests the fucking cage and shit like that. It really wants to get out and kill you. Maybe it wants fresh.
We need meat then.
You think that when he says that, you notice that the woman with no name kind of side eyes you, and it shows her vision, and it shows a big fucking steak with Freddy's head and arms and legs going, what?
I can go to this can buy 1 chicken, come back. Lace that in borax.
See, this is some good shit here. Yeah. So, right. Freddie, give me a luck roll, trump off to Beastkin. And luck roll, trump back here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. He's back. He's got a live chicken. Back, says the chicken. Chicken freaks the fuck out. The chicken attempts to break free of Freddy so it can fucking run off into the
I
goddamn
just snap
forest.
its neck. What?
Sure. Chicken goes for its 20 or less first. Okay. Freddy,
I snap its neck.
it's so bendy. You eventually manage to kill the chicken. It is now dead.
Okay.
You
Are
rub
you
it
done
in the
choking your
borax.
chicken?
Yeah, he is exactly choking his chicken.
I'm just trying to feel it.
Right, so
Yes.
you rub it in the fucking borax and shit. It's
Yep.
like on its feathers, and then you throw it at it. And the creature is ignoring eating the chicken. It really wants to kill you guys.
Huh. It's not hungry.
Oh, it might be hungry, but apparently it wants you.
Okay.
Wake up, Chris. You've got to think, Chris. You've got to save Christmas. Otherwise, Christmas is doomed. Because Yana fucking killed Santa Claus that one time. The funny thing is that one of the miscellaneous things everybody said, I was like, God damn, if they do that, they're going to fucking love life. But, you know, best ignore these things. Move on. So, what do you guys do? Yeah, of course, somebody said the fucking answer. And right off, and I was like, and I remember who it is. So, you know, if you guys actually do it, I'm going to refill that person's hand, and then they can laugh at the rest of you. That fucking sigh. It's not my fault that you guys don't plan ahead and shit. Like have everything set up and then like getting the creature's last step. Instead, you're like, okay, capture the creature, and then there's a big question mark, and then after that, third side says profit. Capture creature, profit.
Okay, well, so we still have the myriads of gases to try. We still have a right away we can try and give it.
Let's try the rat away first.
Now,
Okay.
there's a couple different ways to do it. You go up, grab its fucking claw, just and try to get it in there before it fucking kills you. It'd be in melee rounds, but that's the fucking man way to do it there. And by man
One of
way,
us
I mean
can.
the way that's most likely to result in your maiming and or death, because women don't go for that shit, usually.
So you said we can't put the right away in front of the dot and shoot it?
If you want to shoot, if you want to break open 10 darts and slowly pour the rat away into 10 different darts and reseal all the darts and then shoot them one at a time, you're at a big bonus to hit this thing, but you could still miss. But then you could slowly fucking inject it into it.
So who does it track the most?
Let me see who it
Let's
hates
be
the
honest,
most.
it's like, I'll accept my fate.
It seems to alternate. Right now it's fixated on Yana, who's just standing there. But you, do you have any experiments you want to do with it?
Well, I was going to say, why don't you draw aggro on that bitch and I'll stab it in the tail since the tail is hanging out.
Ooh, that's fucking clever.
Two of us can aggro on it.
Okay, so what do you two want to do to draw aggro on it? Go up and like slap it in its big fucking fang-filled mouth? That would definitely draw some fucking aggro.
What
I
happens
guarantee.
when I like do some movements and sounds and like
Oh, you notice that it really hates movement and sound. Yana, take a card. You have discovered something about it. It dislikes movement and sound.
I start dancing in front of it.
Yeah, everybody, you're right. Doc Fulton, Freddy has drawn your aggro through his shit dancing. He's moonwalking, but it's going forward slowly.
actually
Oh
amazing.
my God, he's now moonwalking backward. He says, spinning around. This appears to enrage the creature, who knows that Michael Jackson's copyrights might be at risk.
All right, so I'm going to try to rat away this bitch.
No problem. stealth roll, grapple roll, unarmed roll. Sneak you over, grab the tail, stab the tail, boom! Right. That thing goes fucking berserk. It tries to fucking spin in its cage and shit, and Doc Fulton goes, dodge! Goes, dodge! Just to make sure you're completely clear. Otherwise, he goes, he backflips a few times. Nate backflips away from the cage, backflips over to where you guys are at, does a fucking thing, posts correctly, and the creature is fucking going berserk and shit. And it's like, and it's really mad now. Well, it's so angry. If it's supposed to kill it, it's taking a long time. Oh, it's really
got time.
You think Doc has got the aggro now?
I start whistling at it.
It
Like
continues.
really high pitched. Like I'm looking to see like if high pitched noises, like if it likes if it that fucks with it more than it getting hit in the tail.
Give me a singing roll. Well, it's hard to tell because it's really excited right now. So,
By half.
all right, he can really whistle really high and shit. You're not sure if it's the whistling or you stabbing in the tail and flipping your way off.
Claxton. Oh shit, man! Just last night.
So another idea that I have, what about like getting some dog whistles and see what happens?
Oh, dog whistles.
Yeah.
Super sensitive viewing, yeah.
You guys might want to just take like 2 minutes and fucking make a list rather than traveling all over the multiverse to get things one at a time.
Alright, so dog whistle.
Well, I mean, this was like 3 weeks ago when it was said, hey, we should do some experimenting on
Yeah,
this.
nobody's had time to come up with a list in 3 weeks. I know that.
And whose mission is this?
Right?
Ready?
All right, that's what I said earlier.
So dog whistle.
Dog whistle, klaxon. Something foul smelling, like.
Well, we can get like a radio, and then we can play different kinds of music, or like we could even get a frequency, something that has a higher frequency and lower frequency, just like some kind of electronic device. It doesn't need to have like anything specific.
Just tech, remember, doesn't always work, but yes. Also a radio. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's see what else. Super bright light source of some sort, like just a bright flashlight of some sort. See if it.
We just do the headlights out of one of the cars.
Oh yeah, the headlights. Shine it at it.
It seems to be calming down after a while. You notice when it gets mad for 3-4 minutes, and then eventually it calms back down, and it just fucking glares at you guys. It really wants to come out. Let it out. You know you want to.
I kind of want to, but
No. You want to let it out, have it attack Freddy, and laugh and sing and dance around. I know.
yeah.
Doc Fulton wants that too. Freddy looks unconvinced.
I think he would like it.
You can get maybe just something that smells really bad, like blue cheese or something, or rotten fish.
Shows him smearing blue cheese on it. How do you like that, hon? It's like,
I doubt we can get mustard gas.
I don't recommend playing with that myself.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all killed yourselves, Logan. Cool. Well done.
Yeah, just something, as you mentioned, which we can regulate the frequencies of. That could work as well.
Why is everything hurting me? La 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 la.
since it doesn't like movement much and noises,
It seems to irritate it.
yeah. I wonder if it's like a snake, where if you move, it's able to see you, but if you stand perfectly still, it can't see you.
Well, unfortunately, there's only one way to find out, and that's to walk into range of it, stand really low, and see if it kills you, which is awesome. I give you a card for getting within claw reach of it and going into some dramatic combat. I give a refill for anybody who lets it out and says, go get him, and see if it just goes to kill Freddy. I'm not saying it will, but it'd be an interesting experiment.
Yeah, I don't want to die yet.
Oh.
All right, so here's some ideas that I have.
Mhm.
We can go get this stuff, and then if none of this works, then we can continue with life. Dog whistle, tuning fork. We can try the headlights. We can get some black pepper. I think we should get some citrus oil, some peppermint oil, and some wolf urine.
Why wolf in particular?
Well, because it's just like it's a potent animal smell. So I'm thinking, like, if it smells that, maybe that's something, like, maybe it's not a natural deterrent here because it's not a natural predator, but maybe it'll start, like, making you think, like, what else is here? What else is going on? So that way we can see if that's one of the things that affects it or not.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
And we could also, like, get some dry ice while we're there too, to see how the cold, the cold does really affect it.
What and just get like you're gonna throw the dry ice at it, or just let the smoke and stuff go towards it? How are you gonna apply it? Is what I'm asking.
The dry ice, we could throw it through the bars at it. Like,
Okay. Wouldn't it be better just to get rid of cold water?
I want something fucking cold, not just a little cold.
Okay.
We splash it with water. Fuck you. Yeah. Fuck
I mean,
you.
even if we break it up, put it in some cold water, whatever,
Yeah.
and then throw it at it, still it's going to get that coldness, and it'll have, like, the flex of the dry ice in there.